Hey, crafty peeps, it's Andrew Holt with Andrew Holt's Designs. I know it's been a while since I've done a tutorial, so I thought I would do one that's been highly requested. I have done this tutorial before about a year and a half ago, if not more. And so I'm going to teach you how to do a shabby chic basket using a store-bought dishwasher detergent holder. This is an oval shape. You can use any size container you want to do this technique. You use square, oval, round, it doesn't matter. This technique will work with all shapes. This just happens to be oval, and it comes with the lid, but I'm not going to be using the lid. And what I'm going to be working with is 3 different colors of tulle and some wedding satin. This is from an old wedding dress. And I'm going to pick out the good parts, you know, because this comes off of eBay. I bought it on eBay because she had it on sale, and it's just the bottom part of the dress. And this bride obviously walked through dirt, so you can see through there. I don't know. But I'm going to pick out the good parts. I might use it, might not. Don't know. I just pulled it out. Also, I pulled out some regular cotton fabric, like a cream colored cotton fabric, to do the inside of the basket. And the 3 tools I'm using, one is a shiny pink, one is a regular pink, and one is just plain white. Now I got my tool off at Amazon because they were having a sale on it. Classic tool, pink, and all of this is by Expo International. So when you look up tool, you could look up classic tool and then shiny tool. The shiny tool has a shimmer in it, and you can see it there on the video. It just gives a different feel. It just adds a little bit of shine and sparkle to the basket. And then you have just regular classic tool in pink and white. So if you have any trouble finding them on Amazon, let me know, and I'll help you find them. Okay, so the first thing you want to do to get started is you're going to want to cover this piece here, of course. Now you can take the painstaking time to pull off all these little stickers, but I'm not going to do it because it's not going to be seen. So the same material you're going to use to cover the inside, you're going to use to cover the outside. Okay, so I am just going to unfold this a little bit, and I'm going to cut me off a square. Like I said, I done this about almost 2 years ago, and everybody enjoyed the process, except that I was on that new trend of speeding up parts of the video, and some of the crucial parts I speeded up too much, and I thought, well, now's a good time to redo it. So what you're going to do, if your basket or your container has a lip, you're going to want to get underneath that lip there, okay? And you're just going to tack it down with regular hot glue. This whole basket's going to be tacked down with regular hot glue. And all you're going to do is pull that, take it all around. And you're going to do this a couple of times, depending on how thick or thin your fabric is. And each time you do it, you're just going to pull it taut. And again, I do apologize for the cut on my hand, top of my hand, right here. My kitten has scratched me, and it seems like every 5 minutes I'm bumping that area because it's on the top of my back of my hand, and it has offended some people, so I apologize. If I use a band-aid, it won't heal as fast, but according to them, it's very unprofessional, which I find hilarious. Okay, if you want, you can run a little glue down the seam there, because again, all of this is going to be covered. Now, as far as, hold on a minute. Odin, stop. He's in here wanting a bug. Now, I'm going to cut it as not too close, but semi-close to the edge of the basket. And you'll see why in a moment. Okay. Now, what you're going to want to do is you're going to add glue along the edge. Take your finger and pull taut. Like that. Pull taut. Just like that. And a lot of people are asking me what glue gun I'm using. I am using the Surebonder detailed tip glue gun. You can find it on Amazon, Joann's, Michael's, Hobby Lobby. It's called the Surebonder detailed tip glue gun. Okay. Now, for pieces that, of course, you got to make sure all your layers are included. Now, what you're going to start doing is you're going to start gluing down this edge here. So just take it. There we go. You're going to wrap that on around like that. Wrap this on around just like so. All right. So we have that wrapped. Ooh, where did my screen go? Now we've got the basket wrapped. And what you want to do is get a piece of felt. And let me grab a piece. This is a sticky back piece. It's called Presto Felt. It's by, just says Ecofi, E-C-O-F-I. Presto Felt. It's a sticky back felt. And it really, really makes for clean edges. Now, that lid's too big. So, all you're going to do is take a piece. Now, you can use regular white felt without the sticky back and glue it down. You don't have to have this. And this is for just to make it have a cleaner, more proper edge, or, you know, bottom. You'll want to use some Teflon non-stick scissors, like these, because it's, when cutting sticky felt, it can get your scissors gooey. Okay. Use that piece for something else. Okay, so what you want to do is just press along these edges rather well, like this, and trim off the excess. Get as close to the edge as you can. It does not have to be absolutely perfection, again, because this part is all going to be covered with that beautiful tulle. And these baskets can be made in themes using the same concept, different color tulle and different style embellishments. This one's just going to happen to be Shabby Chic. And yes, it will be for sale in my Etsy. And if you need a custom one made for like a wedding or something, you can ask me about that. And I can make custom ones. Okay, so there we go. We have it covered beautifully. And now I am ready to start using the tool. Now, my first layer is going to be the white tool. So what you're going to want to do is get you out a good portion. Okay? Now, let me get something to drink. I still have my allergies. Excuse me. Now, the trick to this is your looping, okay? Now, here's the end of the tool, and what you're going to do is you're going to make loops. Same length loops, like this, see? Loop. You're just going to keep making enough loops to hold. I'd make about 8 loops. Okay, as you see what I'm doing here, there's a loop. You're going to loop it at the bottom. Bring the loop up. Just looping. That's what I call it, looping. Okay. Alright. So, we're going to go back to our first loop while holding the rest of the loops. Okay. So, you're going to hold these loops in your hand. And you're going to work with the first one, okay? So, these loops go in your hand. you're going to work with the first one, and we're going to start right here, and we're just going to put a line of glue, and we're going to lay our first loop. Now, if you want, and I would, for newbies, for new crafters, I would get a tool. You can get a non-stick spatula. You can get, I don't know what I've done with mine, but I'm just going to use a bone folder. Now, here's loop number 2, but you can get a non-stick spatula to press this down, but my fingers are so hot glue, you know, and you can just press that down just like that. And all I'm doing is taking the folded end of the loop and I'm gluing that down just like this under the lip of this basket. Okay? The more tulle you use, the thicker and more fluffy your basket is going to be. So we're starting off with the white, and as you see, I'm just pressing that down. And I am going to have to find my non-stick spatula, but this is just to show you. Okay, next one in line. Just fold that a little bit, and we're going to press that down. Oh, and I'm sorry my nails are not finished either. I was outed about that. My nails are not done. Honestly, I think people just find stuff to talk about because they're so boring in their life. Just press it down like that. And then just at the end here, I cut off the end, and you're just going, when you get to, you can't keep doing a continuous layer. All you're going to do is just press this in like that. And don't worry about the little piece. You can clip that off or you can leave it. It just adds a little more poof. But I'm just going to go ahead and clip it off. And then you're going to, you know, on your other end here that you started, you're just going to do the same thing. You're just going to give it a fold like that. And you're going to glue it along that edge like that. Okay, now you're thinking, okay, now we've got all these loops. Now what? Now what you want to do is you're wanting to clip these loops, and you need to clip them as you go, because if you don't clip them as you go, there's a tendency you'll leave some and you won't see them, and your basket won't be as poofy. But I clip them, and then later I finish all the edges up, but I've got a lot of tulle to glue on here, so I'm going to finish it out in the white, and then I'm going to come back in and add the pink. So I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, now I've started into the pink. I know you can't tell with the video the contrast, but the more layers you put on, the better. Now that I have the first layer of white on, the second layer goes on rather quickly and easily, and as with all the rest of the layers. So all you're going to do is you're going to fold one fold at a time, and you're going to glue. You're going to press it onto the basket. Get you a non-stick spatula, and you're going to press it on just like that. Now you can control the layers a lot easier, just like this. And you're going to apply glue. Again, this Shabby Chic basket concept can be used on all sorts of shapes, boxes and baskets and just everything. So if you see a container that you're using and you want to turn it into a Shabby Chic style basket, you can do it this way rather easily. It's just using tulle, and tulle is very affordable, and yet it does such beautiful jobs in creating things. So as you see, I am going around the handle and giving it a firm press like that. Now this is the very, it's just a regular pink tulle. So as you just put more layers on, you'll start seeing the color. Again, just give you a nice fold there, separate it just a little bit. And you don't want to make your loops too short. Always go a little bit longer, because when we start trimming the tulle down, you'll want to trim off more and not have enough. But you can fix that by adding a piece of tulle in the areas that are shorter than others. It's really simple to do that. And as you see, I'm just continuing the process here. Just like that. Sorry, I'm not talking. Normally when I get into doing things, I don't chat. But you're going to continue this process, and I'll do it up close so you can see. All I'm doing is I'm folding like I did before. I'm adding a bit of hot glue to the edge there. and I'm pressing it in just like that and pressing it down with the non-stick spatula so I can save my fingers. Again, I'm just going to press it down like that. And you're going to continue that process until you have one complete layer of pink or your chosen color on here. Just about done with the pink. Like so. There we go. Just press that in there like that. And 2 more loops. And we have done our layer of pink and white. And there we go. Just press that in there. Alright, so get your scissors and cut it off. Again, go through and trim the loops that you made. You just pull them a little bit, pull them gently. Like that. Always cut your loops as you get done with the layer. It's a lot easier. And if your tool has a snag in it like this one does, or a hot glue spider web, you can get them out. Just pull them out like that. Or if it has a snag in it, you can always add a loop. And that's just simply adding a loop in sections that you need to fill. And when you release the loops, it starts to be looking really, really full. Like that. It looks like you're putting a tutu on a basket. Like that. Alright, so take your fingers and gently comb and press everything down. Check it around. Check to see, like some of the tulle can come with little fibers in there like that. As you can see, you're going to comb it down. It's already looking cute, cute, cute. And we're going to keep it long for right now until we get ready to trim it all. And you want to make sure all your layers are pulled out like that. So now we're going to start the shimmery pink. Now the shimmery is a little bit stiffer because of course it has some shimmer into it, and this is just going to add that oomph to the basket. You're going to start out with a loop, and you're going to continue the process of gluing it all the way around, just like you've done the pink layer. So you're just going to fold, glue, and tuck like that. Okay, so I'm going to do the entire basket with this shimmery tool, and when I get done I will pop back in and show you the next steps, just like that. Take your time with this process because you want your basket to be beautiful. See, I've pulled it. Just give it a firm press. There we go. So I'm going to finish this and I'll be right back. Okay, the tutu shimmer is tulle shimmer, not tutu. Well, it could be a tutu. The shimmer is on. So now what we're going to do is we're going to trim it. And you need to make sure when you start trimming that you pull from the bottom and make sure all your layers are pulled, and then straighten it out, and then you can start grabbing and start trimming evenly all of the layers. Now this process, it will take a while to do because you have to pull not too tight, just enough, and then go on around and start doing the trimming. Now I keep it, when I do my baskets, we'll measure. Hang on. This basket is about 4.5 inches tall, and my tutu trimming will be 7 inches. So if you have a 4.5 inch tall basket, you're going to add about 3.5 inches in length to keep for the tulle. And as you go, you turn. See, this is why I have extra long, why I make it a little bit longer than what I need, so that I can grab and cut what I need to make it all even. Now this is going to be a very, very shabby chic basket, so you want to make sure you get some beautiful flowers and pick you out some beautiful laces and trims. And after we trim this up, we're going to start covering the inside. Remember, grab from the bottom if you have to lift up the layers. Comb it down. Now, if you want, you can, if you don't want to do it this way, you can measure each of your loops to be 7 inches or ever how long you're wanting them. But I just find it easier to do it this way. Okay. Also, when you're creating with these types of baskets, it makes it a little bit easier if you work in an area that, like your kitchen table, so that you have room to allow the poof to expand. Whereas here on my work table, it can get bunched up. Okay, just a little bit more to go. There we go. So what you can do now is lift it up and look to see if you have any places that are cut wobbly. Make sure you pull, which I can see there. I didn't get that quite pulled. There we go. All right. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do, this is some stuff I found on eBay. It is a vintage 1920s flapper dress trim. And I don't know if I want to use it or not. I pulled it out to see if this would be something I want to add. I don't know. It might not work, might not look right, but it's very vintage. No, I'm not feeling it. So, alright, now we're going to start the inside, and we're going to go back to our original fabric we began with, and you're just going to take it and you're going to press it in. Like this. Alright, so now what you're going to do is you're going to use clips. You're going to press then pull. You're going to press pull, turn it around. Okay. Looks good. Now, you're going to take it and where'd my other scissors go? Oh, right here. Alright. Now what you're going to do is you're going to cut it, not all the way to the basket edge, but you're just going to leave you some room because we're going to glue this over the lip of the basket. So you're just going like right there. Need another clip. Do I have another clip right here? I'll just make that edge a little bit longer. Make sure you don't cut your tool underneath. My screen keeps going out. Make sure you're seeing all this. Okay. All right. So now what you're going to start to do is you're going to carefully start gluing this onto the edge of the basket. And if it's longer than the edge, don't worry because you can trim it away. And you want to make sure and you can move. There's something on that. And you're just going to apply hot glue, pull down, as you see here. Put that one over there. And again, all of this is going to be hid. I'm just going to go all the way around. And make sure your handle can move like that. And if you need to, you can clip around the handle. Just release it like that. And Let's get it off. Holt's hot. Take this one off as well. Like so. And you're going to pull. We're going to get there we go. Alright, like right here where it's buckling up, you're going to want to pull it down as much as you can and just give it a snip on both sides like that, and just wrap it and glue it. Okay, so now what you're going to do, make sure everything is down, go back through, check all your little loops here, make sure all of them are down. Don't worry about this is going to be covered as well. Just give it a press in there. There we go. I like all the little ripples in it. Now, what you're going to do, put your finger underneath and you're going to trim up to the lip of the basket, because you have everything glued down. And if you need to re-glue areas, you can. As you do this process, and you just press it down. Just like that. So what I'm going to do is finish cleaning up this edge here, and then I'm going to pull some different laces and trims out. And now we can begin the process of decorating this basket. As you can see, I'm just going on the lip there. Really easy to do. Alright, so I'll be back in just a moment and we're going to start decorating. Okay, so now we're going to start decorating. Okay, this is just a tassel lace that I have, and I'm going to start gluing just right here on the round areas, and I want the lace, the end of the lace, to go up above the lip of the basket, because we're going to fold it down and do that. So I'm going to take this all the way around. like that. Pull, just press. Okay. Just press. And right here, what we're going to do is we're just going to snip so that I can wrap around the handle like that. And I'm going to go ahead and glue that right there, and then start on around. Like so. Do this all the way around like that. Press. I've seen this style of lace in a lot of Etsy stores, eBay. Just look up tassel Venice trim, Venise, and you will see a lot of different trims and laces that you can purchase, like yards for pennies, it seems. And eBay is a great place to go. That's where I get most of my trims. Okay, so I'm just gonna snip off this end here like that. I'm going to glue it down and then glue that like that. And there we go. Glue this edge down like that. Perfect. And now all you're going to do is glue and press this down. It just makes for a cleaner edge. And you're just going to run a thin bead of glue. Be careful when you do that. Just press it down. Okay. There we go. And just press. Then right here, I'm going to glue this edge to that. And then add my glue here. Now I'm just running a thin bead of glue. There we go. Now the inside of the basket has a beautiful edge. Trim that off there. Now, the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to use this. This comes from Stampin' Up. I bought this about a couple years ago. And it's called Reuben Satin. So, you know, ribbon, pleated satin, Reuben. I was reading another language. It's just a really pretty satin trim. And I'm going to start at this end, and it happens to be the perfect width of the handle, as you see there. So we're just going to start by gluing this on, like so. Just put your glue in a zigzag pattern, and that just helps ensure that you have all of your edges. And just scrape away any okay. Alright. And just pull that down like that. There you go. And we are going to do the underside as well. Now, I first applied my glue to the piece, and then I'm going whoop, gluing on the underside. It's a little trickery into it, but if you take your time, you can get it done. Now, doing the underside, I'm applying the glue to the trim, vice, you know, instead of to the handle, because it just makes it easier for application. Just like that. The first one I did, a lady bought it for her daughter's wedding, and she was very pleased with the shabby chicness of the basket. Okay. Then here, you're just going to kind of bend your, and I'm going to apply it to here and press this down. There we go. Awesome. Looks pretty. See? Alright, now I'm going to apply this beautiful trim I found on eBay. It's stretchy, but what makes it awesome, it has pearl and lace and satin all in the trim. And I know I'm covering this, but sometimes we have to do a little bit of something to get what we want. So I'm not worried about covering. And I'm going to start on the edge here, and I'm just going to run a bead of hot glue and just press it in there. I thought this is so pretty, and see the tassels are underneath that. Just very shabby chic. Very shabby chic. Just press it, and then I'm just going to let it wrap around the edge here. I'm not going to glue it to the handle. I'm just going to let it wrap around. Isn't that pretty? It just works so well. I like that. And see, you can pull down your tassels. And just let it. Oh, okay. Glue stick. Okay. Then right here, I'm going to trim. Make sure I trim that. Oh. Now when it comes to making sure everything is symmetrical, I try to, there we go, take the time to line up everything, because it looks really good when everything lines up pretty. And then right here, I'm just going to put a dab of glue and attach that end to it. There we go. Press that down in there like that, and trim up. And add a dab of glue there to line up that edge. And then we'll add just a little more. There we go. Looks like it's nice and neat. There we go. Beautiful. Shake your basket and pull your tassels down. Go through here. You know, if you put a tassel trim in there. Like that. This is a very pretty shabby chic. It could be a flower girl basket. Very pretty. I really like how it's turning out. It's very pretty. Okay, so now what I've done is I have brought together some different trims I'm going to play around with. And we're going to do some decorating on the front here. I'm going to put, this is where my focal point is going to be. So this is a very thin ribbon, and I'm going to make some loops like this. And I'm going to glue the loops to the basket. Try to get centered. Like that. And then I'm going to cut the loops and cut them all off at an angle. Like that. I have some rickrack trim here, and a little bit of it. Like so. And again, you're just going to glue these onto the basket. And don't forget to cut your edges. You can have some longer than the others. It just all depends on what you're wanting. Like that. Also, I have some pearls here. This is a pearl garland. I love this stuff. It is very shabby chic. And I'm going to glue some onto the front here. Like that. Turn it off. And when you clip your garland here, flip it to where you have a pearl at the end of each little strand. And you can find this on eBay. It's called Pearl Garland. I'll add a little bit more. I'll add one right there. See, I glued the big pearl of the garland to the basket and just clean up the edges of the other one. So now you can mix and do that. So the next thing I'm going to pull out are some flowers and some feathers. So, oh, what is that? Okay, so I'm going to gather up those items and I'll be right back. But this is what it looks like so far, as you can see. Alright. Okay, I'm going to create a bow for my basket with the bow it all, and I'm going to do a triple bow. So you're going to take your ribbon, you're going to put it against the bars here on the back, and then you are just going to basically figure 8. Like one here, then I'll go around. I'm going to go around this one. Hang on a minute. Okay. You're going to go around the back ones, then you're going to come and you're going to go around that one, then you're going to come around, go around the front, and there you go. You've wrapped them around. You're going to bring this one over and this one under, like that. You're going to switch hands, and you're going to do the locking C. You see there? Just like that. And that bow is ready to be lifted. And there you have a perfect triple layer bow with tails. Okay, so I'm just gonna fold just like that. Alright, so we have our triple layer bow using our bow at all. We're going to go back to the basket, and what I've pulled out, you can do these on the side, you can do this in the front, it's just whatever you want to do, but I went ahead and made a bow in case, because I know I want to use it, I just don't know if I want it below the flowers I picked out or under the flowers. You know, kind of like this deal. But this one's handmade by me, and this one is purchased with the touch of bling in it, which I think is gorgeous. And also I pulled out some of these beautiful pearl, it's a pearl trim. I think you can get it on eBay, I'm not sure, but they're little chiffon flowers with pearls in the middle. They come in pink and white. So, also I pulled out a piece of bling. Don't know if I want to use it. So right now I'm in the figuring process, but I know I want to use some of this. This is wedding veil, or wedding veil lace. There's a particular name for it and I can't think of it right now. And all I want to do is just add a little bit to this, so I'm going to put it right here. It's called birdcage netting, I think. I think that's what it's called. And I'm just going to press that in with my spatula. And what this does, this just gives it another touch of Shabby Chic. There we go. Just a touch there. Trim it off right there. Okay, let's see. Do I want that flower? Or do I want that flower? No. I think that one would be pretty. It's more shabby. Okay, also I have a little bit of marabou feather. I just realized I have one marabou feather left. I'm going to use it. I have one white one left. I thought I had more, but I don't. So what I'm going to do is use this marabou feather. Right here. And hold it down. This is the fun part. You get to decorate. Okay, I'm going to add this flower to here. Now I have some cream colored small marabou feathers. I don't know. I think I'm going to use the cream colored ones since I have more of them. So I'm going to put some cream colored ones in there like that. I think I'm going to put that bow right in there. I'm just going for it. I am just decorating and going for it. If I begin to think too much on it, I will go nuts. Questioning myself like, is this work? Does this work? You know. There we go. That looks cute. Okay. Let's see. I have a couple of these. This is a trim that I found on eBay. And I'm gonna put it. I just think it'll look really cute, like that. I'll put one up here. Ouch. The hot glue got me. That's pretty. Also, I pulled out, let me see, I'm going to put, see if I can put, oh yeah, I'm going to put one of them in the center of that without burning myself. All you do is just clip away the little piece of tulle that is attached to this and glue it down like that. I think I need to put a third one. I always do stuff in threes, but I'm going to hold back for a moment because I also pulled out some of these beautiful roses that can be purchased at Wild Orchid Crafts. They have some of the prettiest flowers. And these are the large rosebud type flowers. I don't have the original packaging, so I can't tell you the number. I wish I could, but they look like these. So if any of y'all know what this is, just leave a comment in the section below what number this is. I'll put a link to Wild Orchid Crafts. And all you do is just take one of the stems, like variegate them a little bit. And cut off and I'm going to lift and put that on that side like that. Oh, that's very pretty. Very pretty. I'm gonna glue that down like that. It's coming along, ladies. I also got some of these real pretty. Now this one is Pale Pink Open Roses 20 millimeter. So that's MKX-005-20 mm. No Odin. So I'm going to pull some of these. Odin. He wants to get all up in my Kool-Aid. I got the feathers out. And he's like, feathers, feathers, I want feathers. So, let's see how, oh yeah, we'll put them right there. We'll just stuff them in there like that. And we'll put some on that side. I'm going to do 3 this time. Oh, wait a minute. And I'm just going to okay. Lift and put them in there like that. Turn it out. He's cute. Okay. Yeah, I want to put some up there too. Ooh. Odin. No. Okay, I'm going to put some, I'm going to put some right in there. Just press them down like that. And then I'm going to lift it up a little bit and just glue that right there. This is looking gorgeous. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and put another one of these in here. Odin, no. Sorry about that. I'm going to put one right in there. And where did my trim go? Oh, here it is. Trim this off. Like so. I did not speed up anything in this video because I want everybody to see the technique clearly. So that's why this video is so long. There we go. That's what it's looking like so far. Isn't that beautiful? There we go. If you want, you can also put a little bit of pearl spray on each side, which I think is needed. And I'm going to lift everything up. And just stick it behind the flowers there. There we go. Stick that behind there. Now, I think I'm done with the front. I don't need any more. I made an extra bow. I'm just curious about something. Odin? You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to put that bow right there. I'm going to lift this up and push that bow in there so it has more. See, look how pretty that is. Then you just pull this down. We're going to put this, it's kind of like stacking the bows underneath each other and then putting this right there in between them, so you have more tails and stuff. So I think that's really pretty. All right, so I love Odin very much, but he is a baby and he gets into everything. So isn't that pretty? I think so. I think so. I think it turned out pretty. Okay, as far as bling, you know, we gotta have a little bit of bling. I know that one piece I picked out was really big. I just don't know. I don't want to do too much more. Ooh, that looks good. Ooh, that looks good. Can I find another one? Please say I have another one. These are brooches, you know, like jewelry brooches and stuff, so I do have another one. Let's see. Put one there. Put one. Oh, yeah. Yep, we have to do that. Sorry. So what I'm going to do is take off the pin part. It's really easy to do because these are just a metal alloy. And you just rock it back and forth and it comes right off. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these with hot glue. Let them set. Let me see. I should have. the last one, when I took it off, it broke off a piece of the bling, and I didn't want to use that. So you have to be really careful when you do take these off. There we go. Because you can break off a piece of the bling that's attached to it. So let's see if I can. See, it broke off that piece of bling. Well, it's just going to have to work. So sometimes you just have to be careful. But I think it's still pretty. It still makes a statement. I'm just going to set it right in there. And that's just adding a touch of bling to the process and stuff. And then on the ends here, you can, I'm going to tighten these up just a little bit. Put some on each side. Just like that. You can do stuff to the back. You can just, you know, if you want to, you can put something on each end. You can actually go through here. Let me see how this is going to look. You can actually go through here and put pearls. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put these large nickel size fancy pearls. If I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, we'll see here in a moment. I'm going to put one right here. Put one, just evenly space them out. And then I dropped a pearl. Shoot. Well, I don't have time to look for it. I guess I'll have to look for it. And put one there. Move that one over just a little bit. Yeah, I'm gonna move these over. And then I'm gonna clean this up right here. There we go. Alright, so all I'm going to do is add the pearls to the, I'm going to find that one pearl and add the pearls. I'm going to go down the center here. I'm going to add the pearls, and that is about it. If you have any questions about this technique, let me know. This basket will be for sale in my Etsy. I'll put a link in the description box down below. Please share, like, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. There will be detailed photos of this basket at the end of the video, so stay tuned for those. And let me know what you think, because I like making stuff like this, and I think it's pretty awesome. It turned out really pretty. It just takes a little time, but they make the most beautiful baskets and stuff for flower girls, or just set in your room instead of beautiful set of flowers in, or a doll or whatever, something shabby chic, you can put in your room. And it's very pretty. So, until next crafty project, ladies, I will see you then. Bye-bye.